Jones. What is going on, y'all? I hope y'all are well and in amazing health. So if you're new around here, I'm going to introduce myself a little bit. I am Jaren. I am a voice teacher, speech trainer, and the founder and owner of this amazing studio, the Jaren M. Laguerre Studio. Some of you are probably wondering where I've been. I've been busy. I had to go to LA and a few other cities in October. I just came back from Spain last night. So I was in Spain, like in Europe, last night. So I got off the plane late last night after it was delayed a whole day. So I got on the plane on Wednesday. They was in the air, came back down because malfunctions were happening. And so I had to stay in Spain an extra night. So I literally just got in last night. So I was not planning on doing this video at all because I was going to kind of rest and chill out today. So today I was at Starbucks in my red cup for the Christmas season. I was at Starbucks chilling and I kept getting these DMs and comments about this video. So I'm like, okay, I need to do this video. There's something about this video that needs to be done. So I said, let me go check it out. So I kind of skimmed through it a little bit, but I didn't listen to the entire thing in its entirety. So I'm going to do a little bit of a reaction today because I haven't heard it all the way through yet. So I'm going to listen to it and kind of give a little bit of reaction within my analysis. So as I always try to say, this is more so an analysis and not a reaction. So I'm going to start and stop a lot in this video. So if you don't like starting and stopping, then go on to the next video. But if you like starting and stopping and things like that, then this is the channel and the video for you. So as you can hear, my voice is not all the way there because I was traveling back from Spain back to the US where I live, right? So forgive my voice a little bit. You know, I'm a little tired of things like that, but I wanted to do this video because y'all kept asking for it. So I said, let me go ahead and just click record and see what we got here. So let's do it, y'all. Here is JAZMINE Sullivan singing the Star Spangled Banner at the World Series game.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
What I want to appreciate first is the fact that she checked her pitch. I think she did. She hummed to the side. If I'm not mistaken, she was checking for her pitch and her key, which is very smart. That is extremely intentional. Please know that it's okay to plan what you're going to do and plan the key you want to be in. And check the key before you start singing. Take that extra 5 seconds if you need it. It'll make your job so much easier because you're in front of all these people having to sing this song. And for me, when I get nervous, I start to go higher. I start to sing a lot higher. So if I don't have a pitch regulated, a key regulated in my brain and in my ear, I'm going to just start shooting for the stars, just kind of going up, up, up. Now, usually I get all the notes that I go for, but still, I don't want to start so high that I have nowhere to go. So she was very smart, and now I'm going to pick a key that is comfortable for me. I'm going to keep that key the whole time. And then she started in with, oh, say. And I know that, oh, say, that larynx dropped. And she almost yawned into the phrase, say. It's almost like Anita Baker, in a way. Yeah, when she has that open throat, drop larynx, it's almost like Anita Baker. With all my heart, I love you, baby. It's that same kind of feel, which I would not be surprised if she was directly inspired by Anita Baker. I mean, Anita Baker walks, she can run, you know what I'm saying? So I think it makes sense.
What so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming.
Did you hear the aspirated offset after the D consonant on held? What so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming. So after each phrase, she really has a puff of air that comes after the phrase, whether it's after a consonant or a vowel. Held. Like the D was almost an aspirate plosive D. Duh. You know who else does that? Michael Jackson. He does a lot of that. Kind of the same thing here. It's not maybe given a voiced pitch like Michael's is, but it's that same like that, you know?
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched.
That jaw, the head is tilted up, and that jaw is helping navigate the color of the sound. What so proudly we held. And she kind of chews into these diphthongs or these migrations of consonants, these consonant clusters or these diphthongs. Held. You know, she kind of held and lets that jaw kind of stay kind of extended and up, and that head is tilted back. And I think that gives that color, that stretch, or that press that I always talk about she has, that Dorinda Clark press, that I think the head position and the jaw position helps give that color to Jazmine Sullivan's voice. One of the many things that are so magical about Jazmine Sullivan's voice is that color and how she presses into her sound, if you will, or presses into her voice to give that pressing of a color.
Were so gallantly streaming.
Also, she is very clear with her consonants. Gallantly streaming. She took the breath between gallantly streaming. The word is gallantly streaming, but she said gallantly streaming. Intentional breath between phrases or between syllables is okay. There's nothing wrong with breaking up a word intentionally. That was clearly intentional. Everything she's doing here is clearly intentional. She mapped out every move she wanted to make, and she is doing it excellently, especially a cappella in such a big arena. You have to keep that pitch that she checked at the beginning. She kept that pitch and is maintaining that pitch throughout this whole song. You have to be really focused and really concentrate to do that. It's not just I'm gonna get up there and just start singing. I'm being intentional and thought out. I'm vocal mapping everything that I want to do. I vocal map all the time. That's what I call it, vocal mapping. I'll vocal map all the time when I sing in church, when I sing different places. If I know the song I'm singing, I'll write down my ad-libs. I'll write down the notes I'm gonna sing, maybe like in lines, things like that, or at least rehearse it, record myself a few times, depending on the song, just so I know how I want to navigate through it. And if I'm gonna do something for the moment after I have a vocal map or a blueprint, I have a trampoline to then jump off of and say, oh, I can just do this, or in the spirit, I feel like doing this, or I feel like saying this, but if nothing else, I still have a plan. Jazmine has a plan, and she's clearly well thought out and is very intentional with each move that she's making in this performance.
And the rockets glide, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night.
The use of the straight notes into the vibrato, and the rockets regulate, the bombs bursting in air, really lush and really intentional, really just has that thickness, just really gave us something to listen to. Gave proof, and she really puckered that, gave proof, put that jaw forward through the night and really pulled back. She kind of did a decrescendo in that whole phrase, gave proof through the night, but still was in thick fold, still was in the chest voice. It wasn't like she pulled back into like a super heady, light, breathy. She just kind of pulled back the chest voice. That takes control. That takes control to pull the chest voice like that. That takes control. Control.
That our flag was still there. Does that star spangled?
Can we also talk about her range and how high she's singing? Was still there, say, like all of that. And I like how she stayed up the octave instead of going down the octave. Instead of that our flag was still there, she did that our flag was still there. To me, that move keeps the climax going as we go to the end of the song. Because this song essentially, without that jump, this song is very rangy. Oh, say, can you see? Ba-da-da's early line, da-da-da-da, and the rockets back on da-da, singing again with the da-da, that a flag was still there. There's a lot of jumps. And you have to have an ear to sing this song for real, because it's so easy to switch keys or to forget where you are. So she did, that our flag was still there. I would have did that same thing too. Usually when I sing that song, when I have sang that song in the past, I would stay up too. Just because, I mean, why not? Shoot, it's fun to stay up. And then that was still there, oh, say. I love how she kind of did that, oh, say. So she really migrated from that R color of there to O. So she really blended those two phrases into one big phrase, if you will. Her head is here. So she really got that head tilted back. Everything is stretched right in here. That jaw is in there. And she's also singing with a nice smile. Wave. She's really keeping that smile in there. You can see all them teeth. Almost like biting into a sandwich. Wave. Like a good sandwich. Wave. That mouth shape, I really call it a bite, where you kind of just let everything kind of be open with the teeth instead of And that change of the lip position is going to change the sound of the voice because you're changing the vocal tract shape. Because the lips are part of the vocal tract. And once you change the shape of the lips in the vocal tract, you change the sound of the voice itself because you're changing the chamber at which the voice is coming out of the body, or the chamber at which the sound is leaving the body.
O'er the land of the free and the home.
Did you see her going up into the free? She really went down with her head. It wasn't free, it was free. So I think that was part of her getting the space she needed. Free. So each E of free opened up more. Free. Instead of free. Keeping that vowel pure going up higher is going to be very hard because you need a more open shape to sing higher notes. That's why I see a lot of sopranos and high voices doing this a lot, because we need that open shape to get up there efficiently and effectively. If we kept those high vowels really high and pure, it wouldn't be successful to go high because of acoustics. It's nothing that we are doing wrong, it's acoustics. Now, if you want to do that, you can do things like twang or using nasality to kind of keep the sound more pure in terms of the vowel, but she kind of went free, so the molars kind of came apart. Free. Actually went up to that free right there. So I think that was part of how she did that. And she let down on her head so that she had more space. Free! Use the skull and the jaw to open up the space right there. She did like a glottal onset, and when she went down, she dropped the jaw and puckered the lips a little bit and kind of rounded the lips, I'll say. Not puckered, but more of a round. And it kind of went back brighter, actually came back up. But she separated those three runs with a glottal onset with each one. If you enjoyed this analysis, click subscribe down below, then click the alert button next to it so you know when the next video is posted. And as I will always continue to say to all of you, be vocally bold, creative, and aware, but most of all, be vocally you. All right, y'all, see y'all real soon, and Merry Christmas!